Welcome to another episode of That's What I Said with Cedric Sanders. Giving you 100% authentic, real, raw, unapologetic truth with no filters. This broadcast starts now.
That's why tonight I'm on the weed, not the Hennessy. Niggas lying, but I tell you how it really be. Dropping game, I can sprinkle for infinity. I'm the player of the year if I do say. Cause I treat a Saturday like a Tuesday. Came through with the sauce for the soul food. Eat good, smoke great, that's a whole move. Whole time, half time for the smoke break. In the mission, from the mission for the long cake. Laced up, rope chain, got my tongue tied. Top down, titties out, let them sun dry. I'm that nigga and I said it before I had proof.
What's good, y'all? Y'all know what time it is. 7-ish. 7-ish. And it's 7-ish. That means that we doing the podcast-ish. Right?
Yeah. What's good, everybody? Thanks for tapping in and tuning in for another episode of That's What I Said. We are live from Studio B. What's good, babe?
Chilling. Just chilling. We live on Twitch. We live on Facebook as well as YouTube. I appreciate everybody taking the time to join us. Please share, like, do all the good stuff y'all normally do on the people y'all sit there and stare at on YouTube and Facebook. Do the same thing for me. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, do all these things, and it just not even just massages the algorithm for YouTube, but it gives your boy an opportunity to get to the top. Gives your boy an opportunity to get to the top. Not just to the top so that everybody can see me and hear it and everything else with the podcast, but it gives us an opportunity to be able to do a lot more things, not just with the podcast, but with everything that we're doing on social media and what we're doing collectively for the podcast, with the podcast, as a business, as a company, and as an entity. So,
absolutely,
this week has just been weird. Let me just put it out there like that. It has just been weird.
Mother Nature on her bullshit.
I mean, this winter storm is just,
they have been back to back to back to back.
It's been ridiculous. I mean,
and another one's coming.
Yeah, and another one's coming. So we haven't had snow here in Virginia for the last 2 years, and yesterday, and we got like 2 inches. I mean, where's my button at?
Really, nigga?
We only got 2 inches. So I guess you really can't complain too much about it, but it's one of those things where it makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah.
If you're gonna get snow, 1 or 2 inches, okay. But if you in a state where you predominantly get snow in the wintertime, you're kind of expecting like more along the lines of 5 to 8 or more, you know.
Yeah, and, especially if you're in one of those states.
Yeah, you know, and some people don't like snow. I get it. I mean, it is what it is. Everybody, you know, pick your poison.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm used to being someone that, you know, especially being a December baby. I'm used to the snow in the wintertime so that you can actually, you know, just think that it's wintertime. I mean, you can't think that it's wintertime just because it's cold. Just saying. Just because it's cold don't mean you can think that it's wintertime. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you're from. It just doesn't happen that way. Being that it's cold, that means it's just cold. It's just cold. But when you have that extra oomph of, you know, it being wintertime and you got snow and you actually are you're able to enjoy the winter and, you know, be in the festive mood, whatever the case may be. Throw snowballs, do snow angels, do the stupid shit you normally do. Think you can slide when you know you can't sled and slide and do all that shit you used to do when you was younger. It doesn't matter. It's just a fun aspect of wintertime.
Yeah.
And the last 2 winters hasn't been that for us. It's just been cold and cold.
Yeah.
You know, it's just been that
cold and windy,
and it matters to nobody. I mean, it really does nothing. Just be cold and pisses you off. So, we have, like I said, not had a true winter anyway, and it's been kind of aggravating, to be honest with you. It's just, like I said, been cold and not something that you would ideally think that is wintertime. And going forward, it's just something that we've, I think, gotten used to now with how this whole weather thing's been going on. So now it's, you know, we got our little 2 inches, whatever, you know. And what I find strange is tomorrow it's going to be like 7 degrees in the morning. Yeah. And they shut the schools down.
Mm-hmm. And county offices are on a 2-hour delay. And
I appreciate that, Dom. I appreciate that.
Oh, what's good, Dom?
Yes, sir.
Thanks
yes,
for
sir.
tapping in, bro.
Speaking of supporting, make sure, and when y'all are doing your stroll through YouTube lane, y'all go in that search bar and type in Kindred Leaf, Kindred Leaf, and follow my boy Dom. He does cigar reviews. And
off the chain,
and he's magnified it to a point where, you know, he's doing his own lane, and he's a connoisseur of cigars, and pretty much, you know, can tell you as much as he knows about cigars, enough to where you would probably want to get into it if you're not into it. And if you are into it, it gives you an opportunity to say, hey, let's do it. So yes, please. Something's wrong with my audio. Like what? What's going on with my audio? Is my audio tripping? Can y'all hear me out there? Everything good? Gucci? Give me a thumbs up in the chat if my audio's good. Because I've been having this problem with YouTube, not so much everywhere else. It's been
so that's echoey.
Echoey, okay. And I don't know why. It makes absolutely no sense why it would be echoey, because I don't have anything remotely close to being on that would make my audio echoey. But I've been dealing with this for the last couple of weeks, and I don't understand it. But trying to do a couple of added filtering. And that's the other thing too. I think that's the downside to doing your podcast live. You get to troubleshoot while you're doing this dang thing. Feds got you tapped, bro. That's a possibility.
I was just about to say, well,
that's a possibility.
Yeah, might be right.
But I'm gonna keep it short, y'all. I'm not going to be here long. I just said it was an open convo. And the reason why I say it's an open convo, because we don't really have a topic tonight. Tonight's topic is just kind of be not just off the cuff. I mean, I have a few things that I'm going to talk about, but it's not a what you would call planned, organized, and scripted podcast. Yeah. But
one where we know exactly what we're going to talk
about. I mean,
and just go.
So let's try to go down this small lane real quick. This it ain't a rabbit hole. It's just a small lane.
I was gonna say, do you got to tap the music already?
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck's going on with football.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I mean, okay, so we can go down the trickle down theory. Dallas out. Philadelphia Eagles out.
Which is
Pittsburgh out. Yeah, and just to say those two teams, the way they did teams and bullied teams and played teams throughout the season, you almost had expectation that the NFC division round and championship game was going to be, epic. And now it's kind of like, I mean, it'll be all right. I mean, Detroit's in it. Won their first, playoff game since, 90 or 2000 something?
No, it was longer than that.
No, it was in the 90s. I want to say it was 90 something. I can't remember. But
91, I think they said. Somewhere
around there. But they won their first playoff game in many years. And they're, going into the division round, which is good. And I don't know. For me, it was just a shock to see Dallas get beat up the way they did. It was a shock for me to see how Philly played.
Right.
I mean,
and then the Houston game.
That
I was like, yo, what is going on?
CJ Stroud, I think he actually came out and
he did his thing.
He did his thing, and I think the reality is he showed the world that just because I'm a rookie doesn't mean I can't play football. But a lot of rookies, and not to mention, let me say this too. Not only is he a rookie, he's a rookie quarterback on the Houston Texans, but D'Amico Ryan is the rookie coach.
Yeah.
So it's definitely going to brew up to be a good game between Houston and Baltimore, and then that's on Saturday, and then Sunday going to have Chiefs and Buffalo again.
Right. It's a rematch.
Yeah, a rematch for the rematch for the rematch for the rematch. This is like their third or fourth fucking rematch in the playoffs. It's getting ridiculous.
It's crazy.
But will this be the true test for Buffalo to get out of the funk of actually being able to beat the Chiefs, get to the AFC Championship game, and 9 times out of 10...
and get to the Super Bowl?
Well, we got to see who they're playing.
Right. I'm
not counting the Chiefs out. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that if Buffalo beats the Chiefs and gets to the AFC Championship game, which, I mean, yeah, it has to be a fart in church to happen. But if Buffalo makes it and get to the AFC Championship game, who are they playing? Are they going to play Houston Texans, or are they going to play
Baltimore,
Ravens?
Or
it ain't no or.
What about the Niners and
they're not in the damn... Do you watch football and know who's in what division?
I know, but I'm just saying at the Super Bowl, babe.
We ain't talking about Super Bowl. I'm talking about AFC Championship game. I'm not talking about Super Bowl. Okay. You got to get through the AFC Championship game to even be considered to be in the Super Bowl. You got to get to that point first.
I was already past it.
No, how you going to get past it? It ain't happened. Like...
I know, but my
Bitch,
process was already past.
No, can't be. We ain't there yet. But it's slowly approaching. It's getting to the point, I think, that people, I mean, I wouldn't say people, I'm just saying certain teams and certain individuals are starting to look at these teams that are not just in the playoffs, but what's going to happen to these other teams when it comes to coaches and players and things of that nature, and how teams are going to recover, get players, and try to be more competitive in the next season. That's the whole thought process in the offseason. Doesn't matter if you sit on the couch or not or watching games. That's just what teams are doing. It's like, okay, our next goal is a draft. Who are we going to get to do it, to do what we need to do? Yeah. And are we going to have the same coach? Are we going to have the same quarterback? Are we going to have this? It's like so many different factors that goes into how teams go into the offseason and getting ready for preseason that I don't know. I'm strongly, and I'm still against this whole 3-game preseason.
Yeah. Good. The echo is gone. Thanks, Dom.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I appreciate that. I just think that, to be honest, I think that the whole aspect of how you take away a game in the preseason to get, teams ready for, the regular season. To me, you take that one game out, that takes a lot out of a team, especially the way coaches and the way teams play in the preseason. A lot of times your starters don't even play the first 2 games.
Right, exactly.
And if they do play the second game, it's like maybe the first series.
Yeah.
It's maybe the first series. It may be like you in there and you get a first down and you out.
Yeah.
You might go through.
You don't even really get a good feel for how they're actually going to play, or is that?
Is this going to be your starting 11 going forward? Your starting offense? Is this going to be your starting 11 defense? Is this going to be the defense.
And are they even giving their 100% at that point? Probably not.
To be honest with you, I don't think the starters that are established starters do 100%. It's the rookies and the people that sign in the offseason that come in and got to prove a point. Mm-hmm. And I think this season proved to be that exact thing. And I can only talk about the team that I root for, and I'm talking about the Chiefs. It took the Chiefs almost damn near 17 weeks to figure out their whole wide receiver core. And it's sad, but the true reality is they probably still haven't figured it out. I mean, yeah, okay, we had a good game against who we played. The reality is, did we really show up the way we need to show up in the playoffs? We played the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
To me, it was more of a Tyreek's first game back at Arrowhead.
Yeah.
In sub-degree temperature.
And I think the Chiefs just needed to prove a point to him.
Rather it was cold or not. Yeah, I think it was. But at the same time.
It really was. It was proving to him, just because you left, we still got it, bro.
They did that in Germany. I think it was more so we didn't do it enough. We got to do it at home. Mm-hmm. You know, yeah, you had a touchdown. That's great. But.
Right. Thanks for playing.
That was not enough for us. So, I don't know. I just think that this year is going to be different. San Francisco is the team to beat in the NFC, and Buffalo is the team to beat in the AFC. So we're going to see how everything, rounds up to each other. What else is going on? I mean, shit, they had
They had the Emmys last night.
They had the Emmys, yeah. They had the Iowa caucus. They had, what else? Nothing.
Give it up to Niecy Nash.
Yeah, she did. She won an Emmy. That's what's up. She won
yep.
the daytime Emmy. That's
sure
good.
Did.
That's what's up. I saw Christine Applegate get up there, and
yeah,
they did a thing for her. She hasn't been out in public a lot because she was just diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. So it was,
yeah, they did a standing ovation for her.
They did. Yeah, I saw that. So that was good. That was good. But what the hell else is going on besides the weather?
Besides the weather
and football
and coaches getting fired left and right, and
no, that ain't even really.
Folks is, announcing retirements and
yeah. I mean, it's aliens. I'm done. Yeah, that believe it or not, that's a thing right now.
Oh yeah, over in the UK somewhere, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's what I thought I saw.
It's definitely been a weird situation going on over there. I don't pay attention to bots, and bots don't pay attention to me. So I think I wouldn't necessarily say it's a bone to pick. It's okay. Look, aliens been out here for years.
Yeah,
like years, and it's one of those things that I think. It's been oh shit.
You hit the button. You hit the
I'm not going
button.
down there. I'm not doing it.
Why?
I need to play the X-Files, but I don't have it yet. I mean, I have it, but I don't have a program. So
that hits the rabbit hole button.
It's okay, so look.
Damn.
So look, we all know that this whole situation when it comes to fucking aliens has been something that is probably been in the back of our minds, but we don't really pay attention to it. We pay attention to it enough to where we know the government's bullshit. You bullshitting,
Right.
But, whatever. We know y'all know some shit. And then there's some of us that was in the military where we knew we was on a base that not everybody can get on, and we saw shit that a lot of people didn't see. But we didn't see that. We didn't see aliens. We didn't see spaceships. I don't care how many times I went to Fallon, how many times I was in Vegas. I didn't see no Area 51 wasn't even something that I thought about going to go tour.
Right.
I mean,
who the hell wants to just go do that?
I'm taking y'all down this trip because I need y'all to follow me of how some people think. So
shit's wild.
For those that follow me and know me, I've been doing this shit for 4 years, this whole podcasting thing, and people know that I'm retired military. So, of course, some people that are not exposed to the military are only, I will say this, it's not that they're not exposed to it. They have their own thought process when it comes to the military, or, you know, the people that were in the military. And they think they lock you in a closet and teach you close quarter combat, or they, you know, put you in a room and teach you how to kill somebody, whatever. They do all these weird shit. They don't do that. Let me put that out there. They don't do that shit. The military is one of those government entities to where they teach you the basics on how to do the job and do it right.
And survivor skills.
And survive. Yeah, and survivor skills. It's not about understanding how many pressure points a person has and which one's going to take somebody down. That's a totally different training that you will get at some point if needed.
Right.
But it's not a primary part of the conversation of being in the military.
And you may already know it from a different training.
And you might, exactly. You may have known. Thank you for saying that. Thank you.
For real.
You may be exposed to that from other training outside of the military, which nobody's going to judge you for. They just like add that to his resume because that's the person I want beside me. But the thing that we don't do, just to throw it out there, the one thing that we don't do is go around looking for alien shit.
No.
Okay? I don't care who's told you this or where they got their information from. This shit's been here way before the military. This shit's been out here way before Ced was in the military. This shit was out here way before a lot of people was in the military.
Yep.
There's stuff that they're just going to keep from you just because they can. Mm-hmm. I just had this conversation with my wife, and I have to mask it so I don't necessarily... I mean, you know how people listen and shit. But in the military, they train their officers a certain way. They tell them things a certain way. They tell them, you don't tell your people this, but this is how we're going to write it. And the reason why they're writing it this way is to protect their own ass. Yeah. Now, why is that important?
Don't tell no one.
Right.
But this is what we're doing.
This is what we're doing. It's not going to benefit the junior sailors. They're just going to take the orders and go with it.
Exactly.
Whereas you, sir, you're benefiting from it because it's a complete contradiction. We know what we're going to do, but on paper, no, you can't do that. Mm-hmm. So they have this weird way of saying remote work. For those people that work, that have jobs, and when COVID happened, they instituted something that was already in place. Remote work. Remote work has been a thing for years, especially with contractors. Now, there's a slippery slope with that because some places say remote work, and then people want to put a little couple of names in front of it so that it's an ad lib of that same said position. Why is that important? Because now when, winter, the roads get bad. Oh, we don't have a snow day. Remember in school when you had snow days and you had to make those snow days up later in the year, and then somehow by some form of slut magic, here comes June and you're still in school and you're like,
the fuck?
Right.
It's freaking sad because that shit always happened. Always fucking happened.
So they say, oh yeah, we got your snow days. We're going to give you them days off, but you're going to make them days up. They do that shit in work.
Yes, they do.
They do that shit at your job. If y'all not been paying attention.
Oh, it's coming.
Oh, it's coming.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to give you these days because we know you can't travel. But 4th of July weekend, that Friday, we might have, what they call a 96, where you get 96 hours off, where you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off. But why is it called 96 hours when you already have fucking Saturday and Sunday off anyway?
And typically that's only for military.
Are you reading me?
Yeah.
You already have Saturday and Sunday off.
Yep.
But to get a 4-day weekend, they call that 96 hours of liberty. Mm-hmm. Bitch, I'm already off Saturday and Sunday.
Because they give you Friday and a Monday.
Oh, because you're going to add Friday and Monday to the mix, and it's now for oh, come on. Mm-hmm. Come on. And it's like you pay for that even through your hard work. Even through your hard work, you still pay for that. Why is that important? Because we have been mass manipulated to believe that this is an okay practice when really it's not. You're already getting Saturday and Sunday off. So now if they add Friday on there, 72 hours, you got to be back at work Monday. Okay, I'm off on Friday, right? Yeah, okay. There was times when we would get 96 hours of liberty and get off early on Thursday.
I was just about to say you get Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
And then they'd be like, no. It was never Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Because what they would do is if Monday was the holiday.
Oh, they release you at like noon on Thursday.
You get released at noon on Thursday, and then you would have to call in on Friday. Call in on Friday to do a muster just so that they make sure you're okay. Because they're not authorized to give you a total of 5 days off. When you get off on Saturday and Sunday anyway. Come on. This
sounds like some bullshit to me.
I'm not going to say it is. I'm just going to say I think that we have to understand that there are things that are in place for us to just say okay to when we're really not thinking about it, because they already got us programmed to think that we have to go to work every day. We have to go work for somebody. We have to go punch in a clock. We have to go sit at a desk and be there at a certain time and sit in front of a computer that they have to teach us how to use the program that they use to point and click and type in some letters and some formulas into this fancy little program that they created just so that they look good. You're managing their systems.
Yeah.
But then it's harder for someone like us to get a job. I mean, not even to get a job, but to get our own business. It's harder for people like us to even be in a situational awareness to say, I want to create my own business and create funds for my legacy and my family. It's harder for us to do that because the steps to do that is not there. It's not in the library where you could just go there and be like, yes, I need I need some references for, I don't know, entrepreneurship.
Right.
You know how many books is written on entrepreneurship in the vision of other people?
Yeah. Appreciate
Thank you, Mr. Best. Thank you so much. And Happy New Year to you and your family.
Absolutely. Appreciate you, sir.
We really do. We really do. I don't get it. I mean, I can say this now at 50. Well, I've been saying it long before then, but
True.
But I can say this at 50, there are things that I've experienced in my life that I've always shook my head at and never could understand, but still did them because there was always an ends to the means. It was like, you got to have money to do this, and in order for you to do this, you got to have money. So it's like, okay, I guess I got to go to work. So, you're going to work, and then you've been working there for, 15, 20 years. And it's like, man, I need to retire. And then when you retire, you
Guess
never
what?
really are retired.
You go to work again.
You got to go back to work. It's like they put you in this vicious cycle to where no matter what you are trying to do or what you're trying to create,
Yep.
you're always feeling like you have to go work for somebody just to get some money.
Right. To be able to
make ends meet.
either make ends meet or be above that bubble of
Absolutely.
making ends meet.
And a lot of people
to have that not drowning feeling, but
Right.
be above the water, so to say, where you're like bloop bloop bloop.
Well, I'm gonna say this.
Your lips ain't hitting the water yet, but they getting damn close.
Right. But I'm gonna say this. A lot of people don't realize this. As pastors, people think that because you're a pastor that you're getting some type of salary. No, your salary is part of your congregation. It's part of the tithes and offering. It's part of how people are taking care of the church. Now people don't realize that, but the church is a nonprofit. Mm-hmm. It's a business. It's an organization. Okay. People that become writers, that become authors, that become songwriters, that become producers, they are working hard to create something that allow people to be entertained with the passion that they have.
Right, exactly.
The same thing with a pastor, the same thing with a doctor, a nurse, whatever. It's a service that they provide.
Yep.
And people say, well, if they're providing that service, shouldn't we pay them or give them some type of reciprocity for them giving us those things? Absolutely, you should. But people do this because they love to do it. It's something that they have a passion for.
Right.
And we don't pay these people enough or appreciate them enough.
Like teachers.
Well, I was going to go there. We don't appreciate them enough, just like we do teachers. Teachers get paid the bare minimum.
Oh, my goodness. It's insane.
In the vicious cycle of evolution that we have put our kids in to get an education so they can go to college to get further educated, to now have to go look for a job to pay off student loans that we send them to school to do what? Be educated. Are we serious right now?
Right. To get that house with the picket fence and the dog. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I shake my head because Rockefeller, and if y'all been listening to this podcast long enough, y'all know how I feel about it.
He did us dirty.
Rockefeller set us up to the mindset that where we have today. People feel like they have to work because they can't think about what they can create so that they don't have to work. There's a thing called a niche. There's a thing called a niche. Okay? NICHE, niche. When you have a passion to want to do something and you love doing this one thing, even if you just sit back and think about the things you like to do, whether you're a gamer, whether it's computers, it's auditing, money, numbers, English, telling jokes,
right?
Acting, whatever it is. How are you using your talents as a niche for the people so that these people can not only be entertained by your talent, but be educated in the value that you have off the knowledge that you're gaining and retaining? See, this circle gets cut off when people get tired. People get tired of fighting to try to have enough money to pay this bill or to pay that bill, or they're tired of struggling. So they try to find shortcuts. They don't think about supporting people.
Right.
If there's a niche that's out there, the niche that needs to be, I think, elevated to a level to where people would not only just sit down and pay attention to it, but get educated from it, is how to not stay in the mundane situations of being programmed to say you have to work. We were told this in high school. You got to work and get a job so that you could be responsible and take care of your family. Okay. Mm-hmm. I can agree with that to a certain extent. But what is it that you like to do? If you like to help people, if you like to educate people, if you like to push people in a direction to where they not only in a sense of understanding of doing better in life, but helping others do better in life, how come we're not pushing people to do that? We should be pushing people to not only be entrepreneurs, but to be able to help people understand that you have a gift that was given to you. Everybody has a gift. Everybody. I don't care who you are, where you're from, what your mindset is, and how you got to the point that you are in life. Everyone has a niche. Everyone has an ability to do something. And guess what? We never give people the opportunity to even understand what that niche is. There's some people that have this innate ability to be able to do things with money that other people wish they can do. You know what that thing is? Save. Save. Some people are just great at saving because they have the discipline to do it. Other people don't have that discipline because it was never taught to them.
Right.
Yes, you have to be taught how to save. Yes, you have to be taught how to budget. Yes, you have to be taught how to spend money the correct way, not the wrong way. You can't just go into the store and just be like, I got the money for this, so I'm buying that. I didn't have it last week, but I'm getting this now. And then you sit there 3 days later like, I just got paid, now I'm broke. I literally just got paid, now I'm broke. And everybody said, that's just the nature of the beast. No, it's not.
I was just about to say.
It's not the nature of the beast.
Always the saying, it's the nature of the beast.
It's really not.
Because then
it's the nature of your beast that you're not trying to control it. You need to control that beast to where it's not your nature no more. That's the problem. People think that it's in their nature to just spin. No, it's in your nature to do the things that you're doing, and you don't want to change it. That's not natural. So when people say it's the nature of the beast, no, that's a false saying. That's a falsehood. Mm-hmm. Because what's natural may not be natural for a lot of people. It's natural for you because it's habit forming. You've been doing it for so long. So it's natural for you to do it. That's just like an alcoholic. An alcoholic will pick up a bottle and drink it in the middle of the day because they want to drink. It could be 11 o'clock and they're like, well, 5 o'clock somewhere, and pour them a drink.
Yeah.
It's not natural. You have a problem, sir, ma'am. But see, we can't have, not necessarily an opinion, we just can't have that feeling of being able to fix certain things without other people getting their feelings hurt. Some people don't want to be told they can't do something that they think is right. Mm. That's a reality. Sad part is, I was playing my game earlier and was on, I was on someone's Twitch, was literally in there for like 4 hours, 5 hours maybe, playing the game off and on or whatever. And it dawned on me that I have the time to do this when really I could be sitting in front of my computer, figuring out certain things or whatever. And I didn't, because I took the day off. I was like, I'm just going to do whatever. And then it, like I said, it dawned on me, and it made me realize that not everybody has this opportunity, this ability to be able to just do those things because they have other responsibilities.
Right.
And I was like, wow, there's so many people out there that love to play games, would like to be a streamer or a gamer and have other people watch them and get paid to stream. Like, literally, you can get paid to stream your game.
Yeah.
Like, I get paid to do a podcast or stream my podcast or whatever the case may be. You can get paid to do those things if that's what you love to do. But if this is not something you love to do and you feel like it's an obligation or a job, why are you doing it? Then you ask that on the same coin when it comes to people that have a job or a 9 to 5. It's like, oh, I got, this many kids to take care of. I got a wife. I got a house. I got this. I got that. And it's like you got so many responsibilities to take care of things, but you don't think about what is it that you need to do for yourself.
Right. And do you even like your job? Do you even like what you're doing?
No.
To maintain or, obtain the paycheck to take care of those responsibilities?
People live beyond their means to the point where when you live beyond your means, that job is the only saving grace you have.
What's good, Ange? How you doing?
What's good? Angie in the building. And Happy New Year to you and your family, by the way. I don't get it. And then, not everybody's perfect. I have my struggles that I deal with.
Right,
but
we all do.
I don't struggle in a long term. There's certain struggles that you deal with that you have to cut off and not just have it to be acceptable. Regardless of what it is. You can't hide. You can't hide behind your struggles. And then, I put it like this. You can't go to a concert that costs you $300 when you coming home and you like, well, shit, how the hell am I going to pay these light bills? You just had the time of your life. Like, you just had the time of your life. Now you come home and you got $30 in your pocket and your light bill is $160 something and you're like, I got to figure this shit out. Don't you think you should have figured that out when you got paid? Instead of feeling like you got to go to the concert? But see, we live in this society where people feel like they have to do the end thing. They have to do what's trending. When Beyonce concert was going on, I don't know how many people I knew for a fact didn't have money for those tickets was going to the concert.
Ooh-wee.
And I know when I do my taxes that my income is at least 3 or 4 times higher than them. And they go into the concert. I'm like, I'm not jealous. I'm just like, okay, well, I mean, if that's what you want to do. But then there'd be the first one on Facebook with these GoFundMe's talking about, yeah, you know, going through a bad time. And this is like 3-4 months later. And I'm just sitting there like, maybe if you didn't take your ass to that concert, you wouldn't have to do this GoFundMe. But that's just me. I ain't judging you, but, you know. And I'm not. I'm never going to be that person. And I'm never going to look at somebody's situation and be like, well, shouldn't you? No, I'm not. And my brother Eli that was in here, I saw him, he was watching or whatever earlier. He will tell you this. And we've had this saying for a minute. And our brother Sensei used to say this. If somebody show you who they are, believe them. That doesn't mean you get emotionally attached by their actions. You just understand this is who they are. You can't judge them. You can't just have these backdoor conversations with somebody and be like, girl, let me tell you about this person. Girl, let me tell you about this. Let me tell you about. No, it's not. It's not about that. What it's about is understanding that certain people are going to do what they do. That's just because of who they are. It doesn't matter about where they live at and they're going to complain about it. It doesn't matter where they work out because they're going to complain about it. It doesn't matter about how many baby daddies they got. They're going to complain about it. Doesn't care about how many baby mamas they got. They're going to complain about it. Doesn't matter about the car that they don't have. They're going to complain about it. Doesn't care about the bus pass that they continue to pay for. They're going to complain about it. It's like you are not getting out of these situations because you have a way to complain about it to make it acceptable for you to continue to complain about the same things you're not going to change. That has to stop. That's insanity. That's insanity. We're not helping each other if you're just sitting there complaining about something that you don't want to change because you're just complaining about something you know you're never going to change. And you're complaining about it with other people that have changed their lifestyle and changed the way they look at things to do better while you're sitting here complaining about everything that you could do to change it. You're just complaining about it.
Right, but you watch them get up out the mud.
And now you jealous of them.
Right. You're like, well, damn.
I'm confused.
They got a
like
new car. They got new place.
Bitch, what?
They got new this. They got new that.
And let's be real.
Like, shit.
It's not.
I need that.
It's not even so much about what they have.
Bitch, what?
It's not about how much they have. It's not about what they accumulate. It's people get jealous of other people's lifestyle because they sit there and say, "I wish." It's like. Cedric the Entertainer said this. He's like, you know, people have their wish factor. You know, I wish a motherfucker would. No, it's the people really. No, really, not to be funny, but people have that wish factor. And then when it doesn't happen, they're mad at everything. That's like a person going to a casino. They going in there with their last $200 with the expectation that they're going to win a jackpot or get a jackpot.
Right.
And then
they have that expectation.
Well, that's what happens. It's the get rich quick scheme. I'm gonna put my money in this machine and it's gonna shit out $10,000 because that's what I need. And then when you don't get that, everybody around you is an asshole.
Right. You don't even get $100.
Like somehow it's my fault that you decided to put your money in that machine and lose it all.
Right.
I didn't do that. Guess what? I came in with the same $200 and I got $900 in my account. But all my bills are paid. It's like people are not using the things that they should as entertainment. They're using it as, I need to get this bill paid. So maybe if I run to the casino and I play some this, that, and third, you know, something I'm good at, I can get, you know, whatever. And then when it doesn't happen, it's like you mad at the world. It's like, why are you taking those type of risks? Same thing with the stock market. Same thing with cryptocurrency. People think that you can get on board with somebody that knows cryptocurrency because tomorrow you're going to have $1,000. No, they don't work that way. You're not a day trader. You're not on the level to where you're doing technical analysis to where you can see somebody that you can see a cryptocurrency or a stock that hits the dip and you can buy the dip because you know it's going up today. You just don't know how far. But when it gets up to a profitable position to where you can sell it, now you got a little bit of pocket change. But see, you don't even have enough to where even if it fluctuates, it's even a substantial amount of money. Because if you had that type of money, you wouldn't be complaining about not having any.
Exactly.
Because effectively, and this is real talk. This is I'm gonna be completely transparent. When the stock market was doing up and down this last week, I profited a lot. Not because of the fact that I got a lot in it. It's because I know what movement was happening and where I needed to put my money at to buy certain crypto. Okay, let me stop.
That's a topic for another day.
No, it's not. It's really not. I'm gonna give y'all one of my secrets. Like, no, this is no bull. So last week it was Bitcoin ETF, and a lot of people were like, "Okay, what does that mean?" That means people were able to list Bitcoin as these. It's a. What I mean, trying to make it to where it's not a hard conversation or a difficult one for people to understand. So I will say this: when financial institutions are able to actually buy cryptocurrency and trade it on the stock market, it not only elevates the worth of that particular asset, it gives that asset another, I guess you could say, it gives that asset leverage, because now it's being traded on a stock exchange and not even at its value. So a Bitcoin ETF is ranging between $20 and $40 on the stock exchange. Bitcoin is at what, 42,000, 43,000 a coin?
Right.
So people are like, well, what are we buying into? You're buying into that actual ETF that these financial institutions buy for people to invest in for Bitcoin. So that if the value of Bitcoin goes up, which means that means the value of that stock is going to go up, which means if you bought into that stock, it's going to go up. Is it going to be the same amount as Bitcoin? Hell no. But you have to understand how the stock market is and how cryptocurrency goes. Both of them are volatile as hell. The stock market is only open Monday through Friday, unless it's a holiday.
Right.
Whereas cryptocurrency trades
every day, all day.
Every day, all day. So it gives the consumer an opportunity not only to be able to pay attention to the stock market and pay attention to, cryptocurrency, but it gives people the opportunity to be able to watch their money. And that's what a lot of people have that fear of. They don't want to give their money to somebody else in hopes of getting rich.
Yeah.
It's like they rather gamble it away or play the lottery or do all these different things. And to me, that runs its course. To me, that's entertainment. Playing the lottery, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is.
I mean, it's playing the lotto and going to the casino. It's all about, like you said, it's entertainment. That's your fun money, or should be your fun money, not your bill money or your mortgage or whatever. I mean, you run the risk regardless on either of those two things.
I look at it like this. The opportunity of you getting struck by lightning is greater, or I should say your chance of getting struck by lightning would happen more often than you winning the lottery. And that's just a true fact.
Yeah.
So
because the odds are just astronomical.
But if you can learn something that you can actually control, which is what money you are investing into whatever,
right,
product that you're investing in, you can control that. Can you control the market? No. Can you control how much money you make out of it? Of course you can.
Right. And because you can control how much you put into it.
Well, yeah, you can control dollar cost average or whatever it is that you want into any, asset, regardless if it's an IRA, Roth IRA, money market account, if it's stocks, bonds, whatever the case, you can control the narrative. This is the problem. They want you to believe that the 401k is the end all be all. When you have a job, they want you to invest into a 401k because we got, product match, and if you put in $100, your business, the company you work for is going to put in $100, and some places put in more than $100. That's all great and good until the stock market goes down.
Right.
And then that $100 you're putting in for that is not what it's worth. It's not what it's worth. If the value of the dollar goes down, it's definitely not going to be the value of what you're putting in. So you can put all these thousands of dollars into your 401k, and then when it's time for you to extract that money out of your 401k, the money you think is in there is not really there. It's just not. Not to mention the fact you're going to have to pay taxes on top of the money that you already put in there.
Yeah.
Because you was taxed on the money that you put in there. Then you're going to have to pay another tax just to get the money that you put in there out, which makes absolutely no sense. Like none. Zero. Nada. But, I mean, do what y'all do. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm the guy to listen to because this is not financial advice and never will be. And anybody else that does a podcast or YouTube channel or anything else, they're not going to give you financial advice. All they're going to tell you is that this is happening. What you do with that?
Their thoughts are on what's happening and what the current narrative is.
Right. And what you do with that information is up to you.
Absolutely.
The same thing I tell you with crypto, stocks, or any kind of money making movement that you're trying to do in life. Do your own research. It's up to you.
Yep. Facts.
But you can't complain about there's no opportunities out there to make money or there's no opportunities out here to save or anything else when you're not doing your own research to find out what those opportunities are. Or for that matter, there's opportunities that's been told to you and you're just not following through with those. That has absolutely nothing to do with me, my wife, or anybody anywhere. It's up to you.
Yep.
Now, will people like me help you if you have a question about certain things? Of course I would. From whatever I know, I can help. But if I don't know it, can I get the information? Of course I can.
Right.
So I'm still going to help. I'm not going to shoot from the hip and just tell you some BS in hopes that it's the right information or something that sounds good. Right. And then you do it. Then it's like, hey, bro, you told me I could put $500 into this, and now I only got $230. Well, did you pay attention to the market? Well, you didn't tell me I had to do all that. Yeah, the hell I did. I told you all that before you put your money into it. Any asset like crypto or the stock exchange is highly volatile. Highly volatile.
Absolutely.
We're not going to even talk about precious metals because precious metals has its own value. Gold, silver, platinum, things of that nature has its own value. The problem is that at one point in time before 1971, it was back, the money, our dollar was backed by gold. It was backed by the gold standard. Do your own research and look it up. When they took it off when they took the dollar off the gold standard, that's when the dollar started having its own volatile value, and it really didn't mean shit because it wasn't backed by gold. When it was backed by gold, everybody wanted it. Everybody wanted it because they had value. Now, gold, you could do your own research and find out how much gold was worth back in, I don't know, say 1970 to what it is now. And everybody can be like, oh, yeah, we already know it was lower than what it is now. Ha ha. Okay, ha ha. If you would have had gold back then and saved it until now, we wouldn't have these conversations.
Bling, bling.
Right. So, anyway, you got anything for these people before we leave?
The only thing I can say is enjoy the rest of your week. Pay attention to your weather wherever you are. Stay safe, stay warm, and love on your people.
Facts.
Peace out.
Facts. We out of here, y'all. And we have a big year coming up. So I want y'all to make sure that y'all tap in and follow and subscribe. Please make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's What I Said. Please make sure that y'all follow and subscribe to Facebook, Twitch, and everything else. And again, to everybody that pays attention on Twitch, that looks at the lives on Twitch, I appreciate it. Everybody that engages on social media, Facebook, I appreciate it. And with that being said, y'all, I'm out of here. Love y'all to life, and we see y'all next Tuesday. Peace.
Thanks for listening to another episode of That's What I Said with Cedric Sanders.
Make sure to like and subscribe to the show on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode.